We start in Stockton tonight, where there's confusion and frustration as 250 people could be out on the streets without a place to sleep. This comes after the Stockton Shelter for the Homeless announced their closure earlier this week. Our Jeannie Wynn shares with us what city officials have planned and their hopes for a quick solution.
It was sudden, it was unanticipated, and it was quite abrupt.
In less than 2 weeks, 250 people are at risk of being displaced after the Stockton Shelter for the Homeless announced it was getting ready to close. In response, the city of Stockton declared a local emergency to protect those people and allow them to make a quick decision in regards to public health.
As city manager, I have to take it very seriously.
Today, Stockton City Manager Harry Black says St. Mary's Dining Room stepped up to the plate to sign an agreement to take over the space. But when it came to having Stockton Shelter to agree to sign it over,
They redlined the document, including language in it that was not acceptable and in several cases totally unrelated to the matter at hand.
the city then had to send Stockton Shelter a letter to vacate the property by August 16th in hopes of making room for a new nonprofit to continue to provide services.
If the property is not vacated, staff will work with our nonprofit partners to temporarily house our unsheltered population.
Black says the new $5 million homeless navigation center is about 80% complete and may help be a part of this solution.
That will be a part of the mix of the sublease agreement with whomever we ultimately end up contracting with to run the operations of the shelter.
Earlier this week, a board of directors told ABC 10 the reason for the shelter's closure was because of financial issues. Today, an attorney for the shelter tells us it's the city's fault the shelter is closing because they cut off funding knowing it would lead to closure. On top of that, the shelter's attorney says the city is more interested in concealing the truth and painting a false narrative. And while there is no concrete solutions at this time, Mayor Kevin Lincoln says he's confident the city will overcome this.
This is a moment we must meet, and this is a moment we will meet. Whenever our community faces challenges, we step up, we unify.
Now, I reached out once more to the city to get their response, but a spokesperson told me that she was not able to provide me with one on such short notice.
Well, Jeannie, we know that this navigation center that was supposed to be finished by now is supposed to be a big solution to this situation. Can you tell us a little bit more about what it's going to look like?
Yeah, Laura, City Manager Harry Black says that project is about 80% finished and is built out of shipping containers. So you can take a look right here. Now, these are renderings of what it'll look like when it's finished, and this is what it looks like now. It'll have a 24-hour navigation center and enough beds to serve as many as 300 people a night. That's 50 more people than the 250 who would need it, and it would be displaced once the shelter closes.
And we know this is just one part of a larger conversation happening throughout our region, throughout our state, the homeless crisis. Jeannie Wynn, we know that you will be tracking all of this for us and the updates and developments. Thank you.
Of course.